It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
What's going on, everybody? It's time for another episode of the Best of Bias Podcast, starring yours truly, Lydell Dinero. And we back, y'all. I know last week I was out of here. I didn't tell you. Did I tell you guys that I was going to be gone? I don't think I did, and that's messed up of me. I always let you guys know I ain't going to miss that episode without letting you guys know where I'm going to be and let you guys know that, I ain't going to be here just in case, because you know how I got to provide for my people. But I'll make sure my level's right. Hear you. But yeah, we back in the building, episode 260, man. I missed y'all. How y'all doing today? Your boy Lydell Dinero is back in the building, man. Coming back from a beautiful vacation, an anniversary. Shout out V-Rons. We just came back from a cruise, actually. We were hitting the 7 seas, y'all. It was an incredible time. Me, V-Rons, Ashwash, Johnny Boy got out there, aka was on the boat. Moms, Michael. It was a wonderful time out there. Thank you guys all for joining, man. I needed that time off. I needed that vacation, man, because getting a little stir crazy in the office, and it was a wonderful time spent. Carnival, it's always a pleasure. If you want to sponsor the pod, or if you want to have us, as some entertainment on the cruise, I'm always down for that. I'm a gold member now. Probably gonna hit platinum soon, but I will not become platinum if you guys keep canceling ports when I be on these cruises, man. That was the only downside of the cruise, actually. We had to cancel the Cabo part of the cruise. We were going to Ensenada, Cabo, and we had 3 days at sea. That was already bad enough. And we only were able to stay in Cabo for a day. That was like on the manifest when we first got on the cruise, high hopes and everything like that. But once we actually got on the boat, they warned us of a Hurricane Priscilla, that was hovering around the Pacific Ocean around Mexico area. So we kind of switched around the days. So we were originally supposed to go to Cabo on Wednesday, hit Ensenada on Friday, day at sea Saturday, and then come home Sunday. But when we got on, they let us know the storm is coming, so we might have to do Ensenada on the second day, on Wednesday, and we're gonna hit Cabo on Friday, a day where it's supposed to be sunny and the storm is supposed to pass. So that kind of already gave me a shaky feeling that, okay, you're telling us that, but I hope they don't cancel that bitch, because I've been canceled before on a 7-day cruise. We were supposed to go to Puerto Rico, and they're like, oh, nah, the storm is too rough. We can't get our dinghies, our little boats out there to let you guys to shore. So we're going to detour and take y'all to St. Martin's. But they weren't ready for nobody to come, so nothing was popping out there, and it was kind of bullshit. But on this cruise, they said they switching Cabo to Friday, but eventually by day 3, they were like, oh yeah, we're not going to Cabo. It's too dangerous to take you guys that close because of the storm. So we're going to go back to Ensenada. I'm like, oh man, that is crazy. And that was actually after our already first day in Ensenada. Papas and beer, you go in that area. Ensenada is not really much to do. I mean, holler at me if you're a local and there's shit you can do in Ensenada besides that corner out there with papas and beer. It's pretty much the only place popping. I know there's hella shops on the way if you're looking for some trinkets or gifts to take home. But basically, papas and beer is the only thing there, and there's only so much of whistles and people getting spent around in the air with their ass in the air, guys and girls, that you can really take. You know what I'm saying? It's cool the first hour, but when you're sitting there for 4 hours and nonstop swinging in circles, and that sounds kind of crazy because that sounds like it could be fun in certain areas, but no, it was just annoying. If you've seen papas and beer once, you've seen it a million times, because it was the same shit that you did when you were at 21 first turning, or 18 first going there and getting your first sip of liquor, or you're 43 going back there for your 76th time. But guess what? They're doing the same shit in Ensenada. But I mean, it sounds like I'm complaining, but me personally, I really enjoyed the time. People that are really close to me, that are really close to my heart. This is kind of the first trip I planned and kind of put together myself, and these people committed to going. V-Rons is the ride or die, so she's always going to be there. But my mom, who's actually a travel agent herself and actually puts these together to see me kind of step up and try to get people to go, aka, you already know about AKA being so incremental to this instrumental and incremental to this pod, making the videos, doing everything multimedia wise behind the scenes. To get him and talk to him, chop it up, take him to, not take him, but like go to Mexico with him for the first time. I don't know if he would have, I think it was his first time, but I don't know if he would have went otherwise if he didn't go on the cruise because, you know, just kind of pushing the limits of the friend group and the family to see what we can do, man. I just want to get us together, have a good time, check us out our comfort zones and try something different. I've experienced these things a lot by myself, but I'm just always ready to bring other people in. My mom's sister, cousin, we do it all the time. V-Rons, I love going on vacations with her, of course, but anybody else that are down to go that hasn't gone before, I'm so ready for that. Whether it be a Comic-Con, a cruise, a trip, we out, man. Travel up, best of bias, man. We more than just a podcast. We can start a travel company too. Travel together, take some trips as a pod. You know what I'm saying? Get some good deals, see some good places. You know, the sky's the limit. But again, it was an incredible time. Looking to go back. Virgin Cruises may be the way for me for the next one, just because there's no kids really, and maybe something tropical as well. Hit the Bahamas from Miami. So I'm staying in Miami a day, just to get my vacation experience kind of expounding. I know I always promise you guys epic videos and shit when I come back, but I'm still trying to get it together, man. I'm trying. It's been years, I know, but I got y'all. I promise. As I get more comfortable in this shit, as I try to expand the horizons of what the Best of Bias podcast can bring and is gonna bring. I know we bringing that fire already. I already got it up here, but as I see other places and experience other things, I'm seeing it all from a different eyes view. Experience just helped me know what I want to do to make this pod a little bit better. But enough of that. We're back now. Sorry about not being here last week. I was actually on the cruise for a week, so I wasn't able to pod from there. Hope you guys are getting the updates and videos after a while. I didn't really have any service. The Wi-Fi plan on the fucking cruises are diabolical. They wanted like $100 and something for the 5-day package. Like $140. They just try to nickel and dime you for everything. So I just took the time off and kind of enjoyed the water. I had a balcony room. Me and V-Ron's 8-year anniversary. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. But if you guys are watching and got seen the videos, thank you guys for enjoying me trying to pop champagne and not being able to do it. It was crazy times, good times. Clubs are crazy. You already know how clubs are on the boat. It was nuts. But also, I mean, hope everybody else was able to have a good weekend, good week last week. I like to make sure you guys are all good. Mental health is all good. Stressors out of the way. Let's get into this Best of Bias podcast, because this is the place where you come to kick your feet up, let your hair down if you got hair, if you bald like me, you know, if you smoke like I smoke, roll something up, listen to the Best of Bias podcast. So I get into everything that people want to hear, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be the sports, pop culture, cinema, movies, superheroes, anime. I talk about everything on the pod. If you're new, if you've been here before, if you're a family member, you already know what it is. But enough of the long intros. You really want to know what today's pod is about, don't you? Yeah, besides the Carnival cruise and stuff, I may talk a little bit more about the vacation here and there, but mostly you already know what it is. Last week there was no sports on the docket, and you want to know how I feel about the sports, how I feel about college football, how I feel about Oregon losing to Indiana, how I feel about NBA so far, you know what I'm saying? But I'm here to discuss it all. I'm not really going to review on the week before sports that I was away from, but I will review last week and my previews for next week for NFL wise, and we'll talk a little bit about fantasy too. So let's just jump right into it. Let's start with fantasy though, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on in this bitch, bro. I can't explain it. I can't explain it at all. This year, you guys seen all the research. I was talking to you guys. You know all the head pause. I was talking like I was gonna dominate this season. My heart is hurting right now. It's not the fact that I have hella hurt players on my team right now. It's like a lot of the players that I even drafted to be something that I thought were gonna be something due to the research and the talking heads that I kind of follow from here to there. Those players aren't working out. Your boy is 1-5 right now in fantasy, bro. And the one game I won was against the team that's 0-6. Every person that's played me, their team has had the most epic game of all time. I'm the stepping stone team to reach their success. Like Spider-Man. I thought I had great power. but the responsibility, it just fell through my fingers, bro. I'm not giving up by any means because, again, I think the injury luck is just not on my side right now. Lost Bucky Irving for a couple of weeks, Amari and Hampton, neighbors for the season. Talked all this stuff about how Bo Nix was going to take the next step and hold it down as a quarterback. He was the quarterback that I was targeting besides Baker Mayfield. I feel like I could have got Baker Mayfield when I took Bo Nix, and Bo Nix is doing nothing close to what Baker Mayfield is doing. MVP caliber season. Cortland Sutton matched up with Bo Nix. I was going to get the stat. Cortland Sutton hasn't done shit. Oh, Jacoby Myers is going to be great. Jacoby Myers ain't done shit. Second year in a row picking Trey McBride. Can I get some consistency, brother? Can I get some consistency, bro? If you're going to be this number one tight end, number one projected tight end every week, can I at least get 20 points, bro? Ferguson and fucking Goddard are smacking your point projections every week. And I have to start you and Warren to try to get any production out of you tight ends because I know if I start Warren over McBride will get all these points on the bench. So in my flex spot, I got to start a tight end. Travis Hunter, number 2 pick for what? Jordan Mason. After Aaron Jones got hurt, you were supposed to take me to the promised land. What happened to Jordan Mason? Talking heads. Now he's projected 10 points. I get it, the linemen are fucked up for the Vikings, but the fuck? Matthew Golden, for sure, top 10 pick. Can't even get a fucking I don't know. I'm a top 3 nigga, no matter what, every year. This shit is not making any sense, bro. It's not. It's not. I don't know if I used up all my fantasy football god prayers in the past couple of seasons to be where I am today, as far as places that I've placed and wins that I have. So that this year I have to take my lumps and I have to sit back and watch, but shit's getting crazy. Let me just get to the scoreboard. I lost 125 to 127. How did I lose, you ask? Dalton Kincaid gets hurt and the guy I'm playing has to sub him last minute for his replacement Dawson Knox. I'm winning by 13 points. He has Dawson Knox and he has Khalil Shakur. And I have the kicker, the Buffalo's kicker, and I'm up 13. Okay, yeah, it's going to be easy because he has two guys taken away from each other's scores. If one of them catches it, he takes away from the other one, and I have the kicker. If they don't score, the kick field goals. First drive, Dawson Knox scores a touchdown. He was projected 4 points. Scores a touchdown on the first drive. So I'm sitting here sweating being up by 6 for the rest of the game. Khalil Shakur gets about 6.33 points. Matthew Prater gets 2 points from the 2 touchdowns from 2 other players. And I lose 127 to 125. I just don't fucking understand it. Every week I lose at the last fucking second. Ups and downs of fantasy football, y'all. I'm in 10th place, by the way, and Hot Boys beat the 5th place team, beat me. Cam's Catering, 11th place, lost to number 8, CD's Nets 150 to 97. Primetime Pope with the stack of Bijan and Drake London just went off to win 150 to 125 against the 4 seed Jet 2 Holiday. 12 seeded K-Swag lost 95 to the 1 seed Jordan Love Island 95.3. Another one of the closest games. The 12 seed can't catch a break either. He is always kind of right on the verge of winning a game, but he always loses at the last second, taking you to 0-6. With 7 games left in the season, he has to win all the games from here on out to actually have a chance to win the playoffs, get in the playoffs. And these people on the top have to just have a tragic downfall. I know buys are coming and people continue to get hurt, but boy, it's looking ugly for you, K-Swag. Number 9 seeds, Sean's championship team won 124 versus the 7 seed Shenanigans to 124 to 120. And Armpit lost to the number 2 seed being the number 60, lost 139 to 101. The standings for the fantasy league, we have Jordan Love Island in first at 5-1, Josh Darnett in second place at 5-1, Primetime Pope in third place at 4-2, Jet 2 Holiday in fourth place at 4-2, Hot Boys in fifth place at 4-2, sixth place we have Armpit at 4-2, Shenanigans in seventh at 3-3, CD's Nuts at eighth at 3-3. 9, we have Sean's championship team at 2-4. 10th place, we have me at 1-5. Cam's Catering at 11th at 1-5. And then K-Swag at 12, looking like he's going to hold that toilet truck if he doesn't make big moves right now at 12. Yeah, fantasy has not been kind to me, to say the least. And man, oh man, we're going to see what happens, man. I really pray that something turns around. Denver is winning games, so Bo Nix has to score points, man. And they just paid Courtland Sutton. And for people like Courtland Sutton, A.J. Brown, these big money guys to just have no stats over like 8 games, 7 games, whatever we're at right now, it's kind of ridiculous. So sorry if I do sound a little wheezy and stuffy too. Coming off the boat, I did get a little some. I got a little in my chest, you feel me? So sorry if I do sound a little wheezy. I know I ain't, overweight and just breathing hard in the microphone. It's got a little you feel me? But yeah, let's get into these football scores because goddamn it, I'm tired of talking about fantasy right now. NFL Week 6 was a doozy. We got to watch some games from the boat. I was really excited about that. The Thursday night game, and we got I think we got the Sunday morning game. No, some of the Saturday games is what it was. We saw the college football games on the boat as well. Had a couple of bars out there, but Philadelphia versus the Giants, man. Cam Scatterboo going crazy. People believing in Jackson Dart, man. It's looking good out there, man. They got somebody they can trust. Dayball might be saving his job by switching from Russell Wilson. That one play that Russell Wilson went in and he just threw a fucking horrible pass on 4th down, I believe, or 3rd down to have him punt or some shit. But it was just crazy. He should just retire now because that was just embarrassing. But the Giants are looking good, man, and the Eagles are kind of looking flawed right now. Everybody, I was talking about their little crazy ways they're winning the beginning of the season, just running the ball, tush push all over the place. And for them not to be utilizing their receivers at all, Jalen Hurts not really throwing the ball, it kind of pushes the narrative of last season saying that Jalen Hurts isn't really a quarterback. He ain't able to make the plays downfield or just stand in the pocket and make something happen. He's just kind of like a quarterback that relies on a great offensive line, great running back, and his ability to move the pocket with his legs. And if everything breaks down, him get out of there as well. But I don't think that, man. I like Jalen Hurts a lot. I think they'll change by the end of the season. I think they're just getting complacent in that grind it out. We're going to win at the end of the game. We know we are because of the tush push type shit, and our defense is crazy. If they deal with a lot of injuries like a lot of teams are now, and they're not able to stop everybody on defense and they have to rely on scoring and Jalen Hurts to move the ball up and down the field, we need to see if that's possible. They need to see if that's possible because every team they play is not going to be a pushover. Like they've seen when they played the Broncos, a tough defense, like they've seen when they played the Giants with a great pass front and a offense with nothing to lose at this point. They lost Neighbors. They're down Slayton, Wandell Robinson, Scatterboo, Singletary, Tracy, was it Tyrone Tracy? Whoever they got out there that can make plays, that are able to make plays, they're being willed by Dart and they are making plays. So, that's a great victory for the Giants. We'll see if they can keep it going against the Broncos, the aforementioned Broncos that have a great defense. We'll see what happens there. But they did beat the Eagles 34-17. The terrible London, that was a Thursday game. The terrible London morning game. The Broncos won 13-11 over the Jets, man. It was a terrible game to watch. I don't even know how when the Cowboys and everybody else in the league can score a bunch of points on the Jets. The Broncos couldn't move the ball at all. They couldn't hit nobody. They had to rely on their defense and Justin Fields making mistakes for them to even score. It's crazy. Bo Nix, please, brother. Please. You're representing Oregon right now. I know you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna call you out your name out of respect for Tez. But Bo. All right. And then we had Los Angeles. They beat the Ravens on Sunday morning. It was kind of crazy. I didn't get to watch all of these games due to me getting off the ship relatively early. I did watch a lot of games though, but seeing that the Rams couldn't put up points against the Ravens, which again with the injured defense, when everybody and their mama again was putting up points against this Ravens defense, with everybody injured on that team and no Lamar Jackson and Cooper Rush getting hurt, it's been a feeding frenzy. But the Rams are only able to put up 17 points. That's very interesting. They got the win. A win's a win, but you know. We're hoping everything can stay together because there was high praise for the Rams coming into the season, that defense, and thinking that Matthew Stafford and Puka and Devontae can take the next step with Kyron Williams, them giving Kyron Williams that money. But Puka did get hurt again, hurt his ankle, man. That's the one thing. As epic as Puka is, he's just injury prone as hell. He gets injured so fucking much. But we'll see if he's able to come back. He's not playing this week. I'm not sure who the Rams play this week. I'll probably talk about it a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, they play Jags, so I don't know if they necessarily need him as much against the Jags, but if they want to win, is and guarantee a win, having Puka there is probably the best thing that happened. But we'll see what happens. But they won 17-3. Baltimore is still waiting for Lamar to come back and see if they can salvage the season. But without Lamar, Derrick Henry looks washed. The offense looks useless. I forgot Deshaun Hopkins was even on the team still. Ain't heard nothing about him in a minute. So we'll see what happens with them. Dallas lost to the Panthers. Rico Dowdle went crazy. He told them to buckle up. They didn't buckle up. He was able to run for like almost over 200 yards. The crazy thing, I had him on my fantasy team starting, and I still lost. I still lost. I still lost. That makes no fucking no more fantasy today. No more fantasy. I'm sorry, guys. I won't talk about it no more in this episode. But yeah, Dallas lost to Rico Dowdle and the Panthers. Tedero McMillan, 2 touchdowns, coming out party for him. Good on them, even though I want the Panthers to lose every game. It never hurts when they beat the Cowboys, the 130-27. Indianapolis Colts beat the Cardinals 31-27. Jacoby Brissett was starting. Colts are still rolling, man. They're looking like the team to beat in the AFC right now. We'll see if they run into a snafu here or there, but right now they're rolling. Daniel Jones, Indiana Jones, the revival is here. I haven't heard about his name being talked about enough as in the MVP runnings either. So, hey, they keep winning like that, they're gonna have to talk about him soon. What else we got here? Seahawks versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seahawks won 20-12. Chargers beat the Miami Dolphins 29-27 in a exhausting game. Miami just can't get over themselves, man. And the Chargers are the comeback kids, though they don't have all their players and no Judkins, no line. Herbert's finding a way, and their team is sticking together, and Harbaugh is having them, gut it out. You know what I'm saying? They got another win, because without that win and the Chiefs coming the way they come in, they could lose that division in a minute if they don't, grasp it and try to get healthy. That's kind of weird. Pause that too. What else we got here? Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers, Aaron Rodgers doing his thing still. I think Pittsburgh is 4-1 right now. 23-9 over the Cleveland Browns. Dylan Gabriel, man, they're throwing you to the wolves right now. I know they're probably clamoring for Shedeur right now, so I don't know if the Browns are actually tanking right now or what they're doing by trading Flacco to the Bengals in division, and just throwing Gabriel to the wolves. But maybe this is a way for Shedeur to play. And then we'll see what happens if Shedeur actually does get out there and is able to play. But they lost pretty goddamn bad. Let's see what else we have here. New England looking crazy right now. They're 4-2. Drake May out there slanging that rock, man. Throwing dimes all over the field. Kayshon Boutte looking crazy. Boutte looking crazy is crazy as well. Stephon Diggs revival is crazy. They don't have a running back. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Rashawn Stevenson, especially how he did me in fantasy. That full fumbles in the beginning of the game, supposed to get benched, and then I thought, no fantasy. We're going to stop it right there. I know you guys want to hear the story, but whatever. New England's rolling. They beat the Saints 25-19. Patriots, man, out of nowhere. We might have them in the playoffs this year. Las Vegas beats the Titans 20-10. So that means the Titans suck. They fired their head coach. They fired their GM. Cam Ward is out there calling their team ass to the public. it's looking ugly for Tennessee. So whoever plays Tennessee pretty much has a free win. They're going to be tanking for a while to try to get pieces to put around Ward because Calvin Ridley's not even playing right now. He was supposed to be the shit. I'm telling you, these talking heads are looking bad right now. Man, man. Yeah, 20-10. I think the Raiders win their first game, or maybe their second. Maybe it's their second. Buccaneers. Oh, let me talk my shit a little bit. Let's go. Tampa Bay takes care of business at home against the 49ers. Everybody was saying the 49ers are going to come in and take care of business and beat us just because of the 49ers, man. Those injuries are going to catch up. I don't wish injuries on no team because we are an injured team right now ourselves. But I just felt like we had a little bit more to offer than the 49ers did. They've been getting by week to week with Mac Jones playing on one leg. They have no receivers out there. Juwan Jennings running out there with broken ribs and shit like that. Ain't able to play, ain't able to do nothing. Christian McCaffrey getting 100 carries in the game. Him just coming off an injury. I just didn't think that was sustainable. Kendrick Bourne and who else got off for them? Had some good catches out there on the field for the 49ers, but they did what they can, but eventually the Buccaneers were able to make plays. Though we are ravished on defense as well, our DBs were able to make a couple plays. Our defensive linemen putting pressure on the quarterback. Mac Jones couldn't move at all. So when we blitzed or Vita Vea had a one-on-one, they were able to get to the quarterback, and when he wasn't expecting it, he couldn't escape the pocket, which caused 2 interceptions. Our offense was missing 3 of our starting receivers. Egbuka hurt his hamstring in the game, so we're down Godwin, Mike Evans, and Egbuka. So we were running with the backups, Cam Johnson, Tez Johnson, Sterling Shepard, all making plays out there, making us look great. No Bucky Irving, Rashad White, and Sean Tucker out there holding it down. Baker basically just looking godly, man, out there. 3rd and 14 yard, 3rd and 14. He had a 15-yard rush that was probably the highlight of the season when it comes to playmaking, when it comes to braggadocio, when it comes to having, you know what I'm saying, the big nut Baker, excuse me, I had to say it, man, because if you saw the play, you know what I'm saying. That's a dog right there, dog. That was a dog, man. You don't even understand, bro. You don't even understand, bro. If you were watching the game with me, I jumped out of my socks, and from there, he just went crazy. And for Tez Johnson to get his first touchdown like that, bro, oh, it brought tears to my eyes. It brought tears to my eyes. Y'all are seeing the fucking vision. I'm telling you, I told y'all about Bucky. I told y'all about Bucky. I told y'all about Tez. I told y'all we got him in the 7th round and that was going to be a fucking steal. For him to get that touchdown like that, that made my fucking year, dog. I'm tearing up right now. That shit was nuts. Tampa, the Ducks on Tampa Bay. Bro, sorry, chat. Sorry. That shit was fucking crazy. 5-1. We're 5-1 right now. As injured as we are, and people are coming back. I forgot about Jalen McMillan, and that's our 4th receiver. We have so many. Our offense is crazy right now. When we get our defensive players back, we've been down. Zion McCullum, our starting corner, he's played in 2 weeks. Our 3rd round corner we just picked up hasn't played in 2 weeks. We play the Lions this week. If we can beat the Lions, beat the Saints, and go into this, and if we at least go into the bye, you know what I'm saying? We're what, 5-1. If we can go there into the bye 6-2, at least. Don't let us go 7-1. Don't let us go 7-1. I'll be talking my shit. Anyway, sorry 49ers fans out there. I know that was a lot. I know you guys lost Fred Warner. That game was a gruesome injury. The ankle bears up to him. Hopefully he gets better because that was gruesome. But yeah, that game was great. We won 30-19. Green Bay beat the Cincinnati Bengals 27-18. Cincinnati's just gonna be trash this year until Joe Burrow gets back, and he's not coming back this year, so it's just kind of a waste of season. I feel sorry for the boys out there. Kansas City is on the comeback tour, beat the Lions 30-17. I didn't get to watch this game, but I heard there was a lot of controversial calls. Man, they're already trying to give Patrick Mahomes the MVP after what I've just talked about Baker doing. It's kind of crazy for him to just try to skip over my guy like that, but you know how they do us. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes 3-3 now, coming for the division. That's why I'm saying it was good that Justin Herbert and the Chargers won, because don't let these fucking Chiefs get back on top, guys. Hold that division down because you already got the win over them. So, yeah. On Monday Night Football, the first Monday night game, Atlanta beat the Bills 24-14. Atlanta's defense is looking crazy. Good thing we got that win over them at the beginning of the season, man, in their house because they have to come to Tampa now. Hopefully we're healthy. And yeah, because they're looking scary. I don't know what's up with them. They lost to Carolina 30-0 and they go and just beat the Bills like that, 24-14. Josh Allen throwing 2 interceptions, looking pedestrian. But he could throw a touchdown to Dawson Knox and shit. Fuck. But yeah, 24-14, I don't want to give Atlanta respect at any time just because they're in the division, but yeah. Bears and Commanders, people kind of are on the Bears nuts for this game because I think they won 3 games in a row now, beating Washington, who I think it's first Jaden Daniels game back. Me personally, I don't think the Washington Commanders are really that good after last year. I think they kind of lucked up into the position they were in. Jaden Daniels kind of got juiced after his first year. I like to see a quarterback at least 2 or 3 years before you call him the greatest shit of all time and put him up there with fucking Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and shit after the first year. Crazy shit, but again, Caleb gets another win. Ben Johnson gets another win. Put 3 wins together, man. And, people wanted to talk shit about them earlier and just write them off. But they're stringing together wins. But Colin, please, I watch Colin Cowherd every morning. Please get off their nuts because not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It just looks kind of bad, man. They're not that great. But, hey, let me not talk about it. I love Colin Cowherd. I ain't even gonna go there. But yeah, let's get into a commercial break real quick here. Because these cameras, you feel me? But we'll get into next week and some projections that I have for y'all, just in case you try to put some money down on the games. I like to get my projections and let you guys know who I think is going to win this week. Week 7's coming up. Talk a little bit about college football, NBA preseason, the Aces winning the championship. Got to shout out the Aces and my WNBA, show my WNBA love. We got some pop culture, a little bit of cinema corner. And we'll get you guys up out of here, but we'll be right back. It's the Best of Bias Podcast, episode 260. Yeah, we'll get to 300 soon enough. You know what I'm saying? Season 4, Best of Bias, and we back, baby. We'll be right back. It's the Best of Bias. You already know that because I just said it. Yeah. And we back in this thing. You know who it is. It's your boy. Episode 260, Season 4. Yeah. So let's get into this week 7 stuff right here. I like to let you guys know who I think I'm gonna win, or who I think is gonna win and why. For all my gamblers out there, for all my people who aren't in the know out there, this is just something I like to do each week with the sports section. I like to let you know who I think is gonna win and why. And then you do what you want. If you guys win some money, holler at your kid. I can get the money from you. I'm just kidding. Nah, it's all good. But if you lose some money, hey, don't be blaming me saying, oh, this is what you told me to do. Nah, bro. Insight and some stuff that I like to see, that I like to put together to come up with a synopsis to why I think one of these teams is going to win. So follow at Joe as you will. Again, all the NFC South teams, unless they're playing each other, I'm going to pick them to lose every time, just FYI. So let's start with this. I think it's Thursday Night Football, Steelers and the Bengals. Steelers favored by 5 in Cincinnati. Steelers are on a roll. Aaron Rodgers doing his thing out there with DK. That defense is holding it down. I think they're going to do what they need to do against Cincinnati. Cincinnati is lowly right now, and it's the battle of the 40-plus quarterbacks. They're calling it the Icy Hot Bowl. I think the Steelers will win this game and keep it rolling, go 5-1. Rams at Jaguars. No Puka, but I think that's going to be no problem. Jaguars lost last week. I think that tumble will keep happening. They started off pretty good. They're 3-1 or 4-1 for a minute. Lost a couple of games. So, I'm still a little bitter at Liam Cohen for leaving us high and dry, ghosting us after he said he's going to sign back. After now, Josh Grizzard's looking great out there with the pieces that we do have out there, though we have a lot of injuries. But Liam Cohen, you talking shit to Robert Saleh like you the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You talking all that good shit about Baker now, but we ain't forgot, bro. So I'm gonna pick the Rams for sure. Eagles at the Vikings. Eagles favored by 1.5. I got the Eagles for sure in Minnesota. Hey man, I'm not sure about Carson Wentz. That offensive line is not looking good. I don't know how I feel about that defense either. So, yeah, I'm picking the Eagles in that game. Patriots favored by 7 in Tennessee. Tennessee fired their head coach, general managers. They're just not looking good right now. And the Patriots are rolling, man. If they win, they go 5-2. The Patriots look like geniuses. Vrabel out there having Drake May look right. Hey, man, I'm picking the Patriots in that one. Panthers are at the Jets, man. I'm picking the Jets off of GP, man. I ain't fucking with the Panthers, man. They may have won last week, but I think Aaron Glenn they have to win something. They have to win something, and the Panthers is a winnable game. Sauce Gardner, if you have anything left, all you have to do is lock up Teterow and McMillan. Rico Dowdle has been going crazy against everybody else, but Jets. If you have any kind of like humanity left in you, if you have any kind of wherewithal, if you have any care about how people talk about you behind your back, win this goddamn game. I'm picking the Jets at home. Dolphins at the Browns. Dolphins have to win something. They're at the Browns. I don't know what the weather is going to be like over there. But I don't know. I don't know what to think about either one of these teams, but I just always think Miami has just a little bit more with A-Chain, Waddle, and some of the, with Darren Waller now having a re-emergence in the NFL after coming back. So I got the Dolphins, man. They can't fuck this one up. I don't think Dylan's ready. Saints at the Bears. Bears going for their 4th win in a row. Favored by 4.5 points. I'm picking the Bears. You already know why, because fuck the Saints. Sorry, Saints fans. Fuck the Saints. Chiefs at Raiders. Chiefs are going to win this game. They're favored by 11.5 points. I don't know if they'll win by that many. But Raiders, I wouldn't take that if I was y'all. You know what I'm saying? If I was y'all, I wouldn't take that shit, but y'all probably will. Let me see what else we got here. 11.5 is crazy, though. At least make it close, Raiders. Come on now. Damn. Chargers favored by 1.5 against the Colts. So that's interesting, man. This is going to be a really good game. Two teams have a lot to play for, man. The Chargers want to stay ahead of the division. I mean, the Colts are playing in an easy division where it looks like nobody's actually even really that good. We'll see what the Texans can do. But I would think the Colts will be favored in this game, but hey, the Chargers are, even with all the injuries. But I'm going to pick the Chargers, though. Justin Herbert all day. Favored by 1.5 points at home. I think they're going to win. Broncos favored by 7 against the Giants, man. The Giants just beat the Eagles. The Broncos offense isn't the best to look at. And Bo's my fantasy quarterback, so that front 7 can just give him hell. And seeing him struggle against the Jets last week, anything is possible. Jackson Darton, Scadaboo got it going and had the heart of New York. And who knows? New York could possibly travel out there to Denver and have that stadium rocking blue. But I'm going with the Broncos. They're favored by 7 at home, and I still got that. Packers favored by 6.5 at the Cardinals. If Jacoby Brissett is still starting and no Kyler, and if Kyler is still hurt, have a foot injury and can't run like he's supposed to, I think he should just stay out. Jacoby Brissett had them in the game last week and being competitive, so I say, if it was up to me, I would keep Jacoby Brissett in, but I think the Packers will win. They're favored by 6.5, and I think they'll cover that. Commanders at the Cowboys. Commanders favored by 2.5 points. I don't know if the Cowboys are going to lose this one at home. I think this might be a Aubrey game, and it comes down to a bunch of kicks from Aubrey at home to solidify the game for the Cowboys, so I am picking the Cowboys in this one. 49ers, as injured as they are, I don't really believe they'll beat the Falcons, especially after the Falcons coming off of their last game on Monday night, beating the Bills. So injured 49ers team shouldn't be as big of a challenge as that. But the 49ers are at home. My mom will be in the building, so maybe that extra encouragement will take the 49ers over the top and have them able to beat the Falcons. I'm hoping that they beat the Falcons for sure. But we'll see. Buccaneers, one of the 2 Monday Night Football games, are in Detroit to play the Lions. Lions favored by 5.5 points, but I think the Buccaneers are going to win still. They have a whole bunch of injuries in their defensive secondary. Our offense is going to move through the defensive secondary, you know what I'm saying? Deep passes, doing what we did last week. Hopefully our offensive line, even though we have a bunch of injuries there too, can hold up against Detroit. And Rashad White and Sean Tucker can do that, what they did against, who do we just play? The 49ers. And yeah, hopefully the injuries will just even out and it'll be the last one to score. They're giving them a bump for being at home, and they think their injuries are less significant than ours, and I think they think they're going to win. But if we can win this game right here and prove to everybody in the league, bro, that it's our year, Baker's going to be MVP. Oh man, I'm knocking on wood. No more injuries. Let's get healthy. You see those helmets right there? You see those helmets in the background? We real out here with this shit, man. You already know. In the last Monday Night Football game, we have Texans and Seahawks. I'm gonna pick the Texans to win in this game just because they're in the AFC, and the Seahawks are gonna be close to us no matter what, whether they win the division or whether it's a wild card. It might be a team we play, so I think they're overjuiced too. They have Jackson Smith and Jigba. They have a couple of cool running backs, but I don't think Sam Darnold's all that good. He be getting lucky, bro. He be getting hella lucky, man. And I think he's still Sam Darnold. People think that he made the jump comparison to Baker Mayfield. I don't think it's that at all. I think Baker Mayfield's better. You did see Darnold go 14-2 last year, but that was with a better all-around team. He had Justin Jefferson on the team. Though Jackson Smith and Jigba is good, he's not Justin Jefferson, and he ain't got Jordan Addison on the team. This Seahawks team is not going to go 14-2. I can guarantee you that. So I don't know. I'm just not a believer. So I'm going to take Texans. Hopefully their defense can put a stop to whatever the Seahawks got going on. And if the Seahawks secondary is still a little injured, Nico Collins and CJ Stroud can have his way if that offensive line blocks. So yeah, and that's all my NFL. There's a couple of buys, so there's not that many games this week, so I got those all in there. I got the Steelers over the Bengals. I have the Rams over the Jaguars. I have the Eagles over the Vikings. Patriots over the Titans. Jets over the Dolphins. Bears over the Saints. Chiefs over the Raiders. Chargers over the Colts. Broncos over the Giants. Packers over the Cardinals. I have the Cowboys over the Commanders. 49ers over the Falcons. Bucks over the Lions. And the Texans over the Seahawks. That's my NFL for this week. NFL Week 7 predictions. College football. Oregon, you guys lost in Hudson, brother. I watched this game in Mexico partly, and then when I got back on the boat, I didn't have the best of service, but you let Indiana run all over y'all boys, man. Our defensive line is supposed to be anchored by Bear Alexander, Amari Washington, Bryce Betcher, Mixon holding down in the middle. You let Indiana do whatever they wanted. The little fucking screenplays, they were able to run all through it. Where is Dier Hill? I saw a bunch of Davidson. Are you redshirting this, man? What the fuck is happening right now? This rotation or running back shit is not going to work. Dier Hill was about, man. I don't know what was going on with Dante Moore. 2 interceptions. I know one was tipped. I didn't see the second one. That's when I was actually getting back on the boat, man. Indiana, I mean, I'm just hoping they end up being a really good team and we see them again, possibly. I hope they're not on our side of the Pac-10 or the Big Ten when it comes to making the Big Ten championship, because if they go undefeated and they don't have to play Ohio State, then it might be them versus Ohio State in the Big Ten championship, and we wouldn't be able to really get our revenge unless we saw them again in the playoffs, or we didn't see them in the playoffs, but then they go throughout their season knowing they beat us and we didn't beat them. Kind of shook up about it because I thought that we would have a complete game. Indiana, I don't know. I don't even remember. I can't really just comprehend what I saw. Like everything we saw leading up to this, was Penn State that big of a fraud? I mean, we went to overtime with them. Was our offensive line, I don't know, bro. We're supposed to have one of the best offensive lines in the country, and we weren't able to hold our own. We have one of the best defensive fronts in the country, one of the best defensive at all in the country, and we let Indiana do that to us. And I don't think they play any more ranked teams this season. Well, I think they play Michigan and Penn State, but they're just not ranked due to losing to more games into other ranked teams. But I don't know, man. I still believe in the boys. We have 2 or 3 games that we can lose before the season's really over. So, a lot of other teams took lumps early. It's good that we took our loss to technically the number 3 team in the country. We were 3 and they were 7 when they beat us, so we just basically flopped. I don't know, man. I'm kind of speechless about it, man. I was taken by surprise. I thought we were definitely going to have this one in the books and weren't really going to worry until we saw Ohio State for possibly the Big Ten championship. But this makes us more hungry. We're ready for Rutgers. When we do make the playoffs, we won't get the bye. Last year, I think the bye fucked us up, and we lost this game coming off a bye. I just don't think we need buys, man. We have enough players to rotate people in and keep everybody healthy. When we have buys, we become complacent. We become comfortable with what we did in the past, and we kind of just sat on our laurels. And though we played two ranked teams back to back, it's no excuse. We should have did what we were supposed to do. You know, the college football and these sports fucking talking heads are all hella fickle, anyways. They talk about what's popping right now, who everybody else says is the top teams, and then when you lose one game, they forget about you and just everything they said is null and void. Now Dante Moore isn't a Heisman favorite after losing one game. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but we play Rutgers. We're back on the road, and we'll see what we got. Odson, we lost a streak, winning like 23 home games there straight. It's all good, y'all. I don't even really know what to say right now. Malik, Dante, DeCorian, man, Jaden Lamar, excuse me. It should be Dier Hill. It should be Jordan Lamar, maybe some Davidson in the red zone if it's necessary. We're getting way too cute with these rotations. Get the ball to Sadiq more. Get people open. A lot of these other teams just force feed their players the ball, and it's successful. But when we try to do it, come on, Will. I know you're already probably looking on to other teams to go to. You're looking at the Penn State job. Let's just focus in, man. We have to do it this year, bro. We have to do it. We need to keep our recruits. We have to keep the spirits high. Let's do it for Phil, bro. But anyways, moving on. What else we got now? Let's talk about the WNBA first real quick. Shout out to the Las Vegas Aces, third championship. Shout out Becky Hammon. Shout out all the ladies. Asia Wilson, of course. Shout out to Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, all the ladies that have been on the squad. Jewel Lloyd coming over there and winning her first one. I think Bree Jones is on that team now too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Shout outs to all the ladies though, holding it down for Vegas. It's the third championship in 4 years. They weren't in the mix last year. The Liberty won that against the Minnesota Lynx. This year, Lynx didn't even make it. This year, Liberty didn't even make it. Mercury did make it, but they got swept. Wasn't even a contest. Shout out to Asia Wilson, of course, because she balled this year. MVP of the league, 4-time MVP. Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know why they gave her co-Defensive Player of the Year with Alana Smith when her stats were clearly way better. Finals MVP. You know what I'm saying? I think she had some kind of rebounding record. They won like 16, 17 straight games in a row this year at one point. They just balled out, man. Everybody wants to shift the shift the credit to other players in the WNBA for making people watch or who's the best in the league. They kind of overlook Asia Wilson. They're tired of giving her all the awards to MVPs. They try to move on to Nefessa Collier. They want to look at the Caitlin Clarks of the world and kind of shift the focus away from who's really been balling and who you can consider the GOAT of our generation right now of players, and she's still doing it, and I don't know if she's done. You know what I'm saying? I think Maya Moore is the only accomplished person that's here when it comes to championships and things like that. Maybe Candace Parker, but yeah, she's leaving a legacy that's unmatched, and I am a person that's super, super proud of what she's doing. Super proud of what she means to the WNBA and what she's doing for the next generation of player. Super pumped about when she got her first shoe, though I wasn't able to get it yet. I need to get my hands on it. Just her impact on the community. You know what I'm saying? Becky Hammon again. You were supposed to be getting jobs in the NBA right now. You decided to stay in the WNBA and you're doing monumental things. Greg Popovich was telling us all that you were super special when you were assistant coach for him out there with the Spurs. You'll get that chance soon. I cannot wait for you to get that chance. Holding it down for Vegas. Vegas, you are lucky to have an organization as successful, as inclusive, as spectacular, as talented as the Las Vegas Aces. Though you already know who I'm rocking with, Sabrina out there in New York, and you know the Bay Area, Golden State Valkyries. You already know how I represent it out here. But hey, man, I will hands down holding it down for the sisters, man. When we talk about prominent black athletes, we have to throw Asia Wilson in there. When you talk about the Serenas, the Tiger Woods, the Michael Jordans, LeBron Jameses, Gabby Douglas, excuse me, all these prominent black athletes, to name plenty more. I'm sorry just to name a few of our elites out there. When you do talk about those people, you have to mention Asia Wilson as well, because you'd be remiss if you didn't, man. She just keeps on doing it. Anytime you think she's not going to do it, you forgot about her. Aces may not be doing well. Here comes an 18, 19 game winning streak, and you know Asia Wilson got a triple-double. You know what I'm saying? The mid-range jumper, if you let her get it, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Defensive prowess, rebounding, puts her team in positions. Chelsea Gray hitting those shots that she hits, being the big point guard that she is, man. If I was to have a prototypical point guard or two guard in the league, that's who I want. Put her next to Sabrina somewhere. That's what I'm saying, bro. Asia, Sabrina, Chelsea, all come to the Valkyries, and we'll just have a good time. We'll just have a good time. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to try to go in on some season tickets there and be in the building. You put me on mic. You already know what I'm about to try to do. But shout out to y'all. I just wanted to, mention that before we moved over into any other sports. NBA preseason. I'm only gonna talk about the Nuggets, and we looking good right now, bro. We looking great. I watched a couple of games. I saw them play the Clippers. I watched them play the Bulls. We looking good. We looking good. Jamal's looking healthy and in shape early. Jokic looking in prime form already, looking to create with the new pieces. Cam Johnson is playing his role already, defending, knocking down shots, can create himself. Christian Brown is looking good. Expanding his game, being able to take it up court, control the ball, set up the offense, hit that three ball at a higher percentage. Of course, get to the rim and knock down free throws more. Aaron Gordon is looking healthy after last year being hampered with calf injuries all season. Shooting a jumper, shooting a three-pointer at will, just like he was after coming back from the injury last year, and he's still doing it. He's not only running the dunker's lane and dunking the ball off of lobs from Jokic, he's actually taking his shot, backing people down, turnaround jumpers, which is great. Again, Jamal dropping 30 last game against the Bulls, looks in great shape, getting to the rim, got his twists in now, you know what I'm saying? And having backup off the bench, Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr. can knock down shots. Vujacic, we don't have Vujacic. We have, Valanciunas, excuse me. Him coming off the bench and being a bully and just looking for his shot also. Yeah, it's going to be a good season, man. And still Peyton Watson, Strother, coming off the bench. De'Aaron Holmes trying to get minutes. We have a bunch of people. We're emulating the teams that are deep. Minnesota, OKC, those teams that have players that can get in the game and contribute at any time and give our good players rest when they need it. Though our superstars can be superstars, we need them to be superstar in those superstar moments. So to get them to be able to do that, we need players that can piece time together, still get us points, still play defense. So when Jokic, Jamal, AG are off the court, that we won't leak points while they're getting rest and just keep a consistent lead when we have leads. That's all last year was about. We get these big leads, and when our starters went off the floor, we have nobody to maintain those leads, and everybody else's backups were good enough to decrease that lead until Jokic came back, and he had to press so much to have us win at the end with a buzzer beater or get to the foul line every possession in the last couple of possessions to win. And we don't need that to happen this year. David Alderman taking over in the playoffs and doing what he was able to do, take OKC to 7. And our coaching staff, we have JJ Barea and we have Jared Dudley out there just teaching and using their veteran prowess to let our players know what we need to do and what it takes to be champions. And we're trying to win another championship again. We don't know how much longer Jokic is going to want to play. No matter how long it is, I thank God every day that we've been able to see him and had him as a Nugget. You know what I'm saying? Drafted him during Taco Bell commercial. Hey, the disrespect, fed the man, to be great. And now he's the greatest player in the NBA for the best player in the NBA for the last 3-4 years. So, hey, this year may be the one for football and basketball. Hopefully college football too, man. Let me say it. We're going to win it all. Baseball, we had a down year, but we back, Braves. And right now we have the NLCS with the Dodgers and the Brewers. In the ALCS, we have, I think it's Toronto and the Mariners. So we're going to see who makes it to the World Series. I'll talk a little bit more about baseball when we get to the World Series. It's probably going to be the Dodgers and shit because you know what they did with their payroll, and I ain't gonna get into it right now, but yeah, but that kind of, yeah, that's all the sports I got today. But pop culture wise, I just want to give a really big RIP and a really big prayers out to D'Angelo and his family. R&B neo soul singer D'Angelo passed away at 51. Battled pancreas cancer, and he lost that battle. Really, really sad. D'Angelo, man. Yeah. I wouldn't say but neo soul and R&B in that category just is really close to my heart. My mom, me growing up, played that, listened to a lot of R&B and neo soul. So a lot of artists of that, Angie Stones and D'Angelo's and the Maxwell's and all that older school stuff, all that R&B, that smooth shit. I used to listen to Donnell Jones. I don't necessarily know if that's necessarily neo soul, but all that smooth R&B shit, man, I used to listen to a lot growing up. My bus drivers, a lot of people in the community, East Palo Alto, back in the Bay, that shit just ran through me. So just hearing, me personally, I didn't really know much about D'Angelo, but hearing about the community that he garnished, listening to his impact and what stuff that he did for R&B and neo soul from the Joe Budden podcast and older people, it kind of really did open my eyes to, when these artists are gone, and though I may not know a lot about these artists or didn't follow them like I follow my artists I do today, they had a really big impact on the community, music community, black community, just communities in general, culture, you know what I mean? So I like to pay homage, and I know it's kind of sad for people to do their research on artists after they pass away rather than giving them flowers while they're here. But I do, if you haven't heard of D'Angelo, I urge that you do go listen to his music, listen to a couple of songs. Brown Sugar album, How Does It Feel? It was a monumental video back in the day. The ladies loved it. I always was kind of curious about it, not in any weird kind of way, but why girls loved it so much. Was it supposed to be him kind of like getting head in the video? Or what kind of sexual explicit things were supposed to be perpetrated by his body just being there singing the whole time? I was a kid, but thinking about it now, being that provocative probably did give him a big spotlight at that time when you weren't really that racy on TV. It was my first time seeing that kind of shit like that wasn't on kind of like a BET Uncut type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But RIP to him. RIP to all the people that we lost and all the people fighting secret battles that people may not know about, man. I had my share of lumps, and I don't want to get really emotional towards the end of the podcast, but we all know somebody out there fighting something, and we know we could have people out there we don't know that may be fighting something secretly. So let's just give prayers to everybody out there. If you have time, reach out to everybody, check on your friends, check on your loved ones, make sure everybody's doing okay, because health comes and goes and crazy shit happens to everybody. You never know when it's going to hit. So stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stay healthy as much as you can. And man, sorry, y'all. A lot of that cancer shit really hits close to home with me. Don't want to make anything about myself or anything like that, but bro, just shit people go through, man, that health shit. You can never actually realize. You see it in movies, you hear about cancers and shit, but you never really contextualize or can think of until it happens to you, bro. Chemotherapy, shit like that. You hear people talk about it, but the littlest things you take for granted. drinking water, using the bathroom regularly, scars that'll never go away, leaving memories of. Sorry. I'm gonna stop. Love everybody. Stay prayed up there. Let's get away from the morbid stuff before I start tearing up again on this pod. That'll be the second time in the pod your boy teared up. Lastly, before I get you guys up out here, let's talk a little bit about Cinema Corner. A couple of shows that I've been watching. One just ended. Another one we're kind of in the middle. I'm liking a lot. The finale I'm going to talk about is Peacemaker season 2. For this one, you guys, I was disappointed. Comic-Con missing the panel about John Cena talking about it with James Gunn. We heard a lot of stuff about the show this season, how epic it was going to be, how it was connective tissue to the Superman movie we all saw, how the last 3 episodes are going to be so epic that it's going to change everything we know about the universe and da. This finale was ass cheeks. Ass cheeks. Bro, you know how I feel about James Gunn, so I wouldn't just throw that around lightly. But everything that it was made up to be, and everything I watched throughout the season, there was no payoff. Spoiler alert, because I'm about to go over some shit. So you mean to tell me, not only did you kill the alternate world Chris, but we're not going to figure out or hear about anything that he's done in this world X. Not only that, once we figure out that this is a racist world and it's a Nazi world, not only do they not show us them doing anything racist, really, they don't catch Adebayo. Once they escape the world, they don't even go back. I mean, the past episode we saw Chris kill his dad, or Vigilante kill Chris's dad, and realize he wasn't a racist in that world, wasn't hella crazy. And then they end up killing or stabbing Chris's brother, and then just kind of escaping once the cops came. I guess the cops were assholes in this world as well. But once that was over, we never went back. I feel like it was 3 episodes of build up for this world X and how it was not what we thought and it's super racist in this world. And nothing happened. We also had a 2-episode build up in the beginning of the season of us thinking that Eagly was going to get killed by, was it Michael Rucker? What's his name? I think it's Michael Rucker, right? And not only does he get killed off mad early, nothing really happens to Eagly and that whole story is over. What the fuck? And then we spend this whole season with Chris kind of trying to find a different version of himself. He's calling himself the angel of death, and everybody that comes around him ends up dying, so he feels hella weird about it and stuff like that. Which is cool, but we want to see him actually be the Peacemaker in this series. We see them go through all these dimensional doors and stuff, trying to find, I don't know exactly what they're trying to find. I guess they're just trying to find that dimension where they can push Chris into, which was kind of boring. I thought they were actually just trying to find the dimension where they could possibly find Rick Flag Jr. where he was alive, or go back to this racist world and realize everybody was racist and end up killing all the racists, but they don't do that either. They just do the whole, we're going to jump through different portals and show us different places. The old Doctor Strange shit, the whole every movie shit, no payoff. At the end of the shit, they just captured Chris and push him into this place where they assume there's going to be hella monsters, no way to return home. Bullshit. Nothing happens. Nothing. So once he gets arrested and goes to jail, they just grab the money from Vigilante's little cave where he has dirty money, and they just buy him out of jail. They just say they're going to get him a lawyer, and then he ends up just coming out of jail. What the fuck was this, James Gunn? What the fuck did I watch? Literally, besides these people going into these different dimensions, we didn't see no killing, no nothing. Just a bunch of dicks and drugs. And for them to say there's not going to be another season after this is dirty work. Really dirty work. There's not even really much to explain because I don't even know what they want us to know. hardcore. They did like three musical numbers just to show that hardcore really cares about Chris. And she ends up telling him she kind of likes him at the end. What the Anyways, we're moving on to Gen V because I'm not even going to spend much time on that. Gen V is really good though. I'm liking where we're going with Gen V. We're giving Marie a lot more depth. We're starting to learn a lot more about Cypher. You know what I'm saying? Cypher is keeping Godolkin. He's the burnt guy that he's keeping in the tube, keeping him alive because he's using his brain and the knowledge he knows to be able to control Soups. Because he's not a Soup himself, but he's able, we've seen throughout the season that he's able to control these Soups and control what they do. But we saw in this new one, I forgot the metal guy's name, Polaris. He was able to control him for a little bit, but after he gained his control back, you know what I'm saying, he was able to defend himself. So we don't know if Cypher has the grasp of how to completely control Soups, but we're hearing that his plan is to make Soup superior by the whole filter mite method. The strongest of the Soups will survive and they will battle and kill each other till we find who's the strongest. So we have the strongest Soups in the world and he can rule the world through controlling the Soups. It's kind of like a demented version of Homelander in another way, but he's trying to do it by controlling Soups and protecting himself from Soups like Homelander by having an army of Soups that he can control. But supposedly Marie is kind of like Homelander as to where I think she's just kind of, forgot what they did to Homelander. They said that only her and Homelander passed the trials as a baby when they gave him Gen V as a baby. Or the serum. What was the fucking serum? Whatever, the compound V. So we saw that Marie can bring her sister back because in the last episode they killed her and she was able to bring her sister back through the blood of everybody else that revived her. So now everybody's scared of her because she's basically an omega level mutant who can do crazy shit. So if she ever went rogue or turned into Homelander, she's basically unstoppable. So it's kind of where we are in Gen V. It's been a lot of the same shit. Emma, Jordan, and these characters are kind of just running away from Cypher because Cypher's a crazy ass person trying to control and put them in jail, while Marie is really who he wants because he knows, because he was there when she was born, that she can bring people back to life now, control shit in people's bloods, and do shit with blood that basically can bring dead people back to life. She's basically God. You know what I'm saying? So knowing she's capable of those kind of things, and Cypher knowing that she's capable of those kind of things, and being able to control her could mean that he can possibly control her and Homelander and just have an army of Soups for himself is what I'm getting into. At first, I thought it was just kind of like a spinoff of The Boys where they just showing these girls kind of get into shenanigans and they were just trying to make a girl-centric kind of The Boys, kind of make it the girls, Gen V, vagina. No, but this season got a little bit more depth towards the end, and I'm really excited to where it's going now. I still think Marie makes kind of stupid ass mistakes. So like, why would she leave John Carlos Esposito's little bunker and try to face him herself, not really knowing what she can do or not really knowing what Cypher's planning or able to do? It's kind of tricky. It's kind of tricky, but check that out right now. I won't go too much into that. I want you guys to watch both of those things and give your own opinion. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give this Lydell Dinero type of review and just get you guys to probably go check about my viewpoints from those points that I made. If you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. You should have fast forwarded. I did say spoiler alert. If I didn't, hopefully AKA can put one of these spoiler alert tags on top. So you guys know that I'm about to talk about this shit. But yeah, watch Gen V, watch, Peacemaker is on HBO right now. Whole season's out, obviously. Though I already said the finale's bad, but you be the judge yourself. Gen V, it's not the season finale yet, but this last episode put everything into perspective, so I like it so far. I changed my opinion after seeing that episode. I know I owe you guys some movie reviews. Tron just came out this weekend. Smashing Machine, one battle after another. I haven't seen any of those. I've been preparing for this vacation, so I haven't been able to get out to the movies. I was kind of saving money and shit like that, but I will get out to those. I will review those at some point. Hopefully I can review those with some people that have seen it as well, so it's not just me blabbering on like I always blabber. You feel me? But I will see those and I will review those very, very soon. But for now, that is the end of the pod, or I'd like to let them know where they can find me at. But you know where to find me at already. It's SAC_Lydell on the Instagram, Patrick_Lydell on the Snapchat. Anything Best of Bias, check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok. Check us out on YouTube as well, aka thank you for all the videos, making us look good out here, especially in this 4K we just got. I appreciate everybody for clicking play, hit the bell. Leave a comment if you want to be in the pod. Leave a comment. Let us know what you want us to talk about. I know it's been a lot of sports. I know it's been a lot of mixed here and there, but hey, I've been trying to get everything to you. I'm back in the stew. I don't think I'm taking any trips again until next month, so I'll be here trying to put out more content. Maybe I'll give you guys some more content and record something this weekend. I still need to see Demon Slayer. Oh my God, I have so much to watch. So maybe I'll catch up on that. I'm watching a lot of anime right now too. So maybe I'll give you guys some reviews and some what is it? What do we call it? Anime Kumite. Playing something with Ariel, aka, excuse me, and the comic book is gonna come, man. We still getting these characters together, we still getting the storyline together, but we got a lot of shit, man. We got a lot of shit brewing. It never stops here at the Best of Bias podcast. So come back next week and we may have some more for you. But for now, episode 260 is in the books. It's episode 260, season 4 of the Best of Bias podcast, your favorite podcast on earth, bro. You can say it. I promise I won't tell nobody. Again, hit the like, leave a comment if you have Apple Podcasts. Leave us some comments here too as well. Let everybody know what we messing with so we can get out there in the algorithm. But yeah, for now, let's get up out of here. It's the Best of Bias podcast, Lydell Dinero. Where that theme song at? It's right here. Peace out.
It's the best of Bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of Bias. Your Best of Bias.